So the old stereotype about developers is that they're not really people kind of people. You know, like they're much more comfortable dealing with code than they are with human beings. And there might be a little bit of truth to that. I know when I get into work mode, the most my son can get out of me is a grunt. Sometimes he even has to pull out the big guns.
Dad, could you please drive me to the mall now? Dad, I'm going shopping and I'm gonna max out your credit card.
Okay.
Dad, let's go or I'm selling my brother into slavery.
Have fun.
Okay, I'm going to brick your phone now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm coming.
Welcome back, XD Crowd. My name is Jayce, and today we talk about what a day in the life of a developer is truly like, and how, contrary to the stereotype, communication skills can be an attribute that distinguishes a good developer from a great one. So, here we go.
Out in the real world, you will actually spend a minority of your time programming. They spend 25% of the time programming and 75% of the time doing other stuff. Presentations with other people, documenting, and you have to document what you've done. There's a lot of email.
A Java programmer or any kind of a programmer, what are they going to do in a typical day? They're probably going to write some code, okay? You're going to do some programming. That's a given. That's a part of the day. But that's probably not the only thing you're going to do. You're probably going to have some meetings, whether that's meetings with other software developers just to tell them what you're working on and what your problems are and what you did yesterday and finding out what they're working on and if you can help them. Or whether it's working with a manager or a business customer or something like that. So you're probably going to have some interaction with other people and not just writing code by yourself. Another thing you're probably going to do is code reviews. You're going to look at somebody else's program and critique it. That's a regular thing that needs to happen in good quality organizations. They're going to look at each other's code and see how they can make it better. See if you can find the bugs or the defects in their code.
More and more developers are working independently or within small teams. That's a different picture than a developer who works for a large corporation as part of a large team, creating what we call shrink wrap software. So, you know, if you're working on Microsoft Flight, that's a different experience than working on an app that you're distributing yourself. If you're working alone or with a small team, your day is head down, knee deep in code. Are writing, debugging, setting up tests, figuring out whether or not something worked, writing, debugging, setting up tests, and that's basically how your day goes.
The thing that you would do is you're going to be writing some documentation. So you don't just write software, but you have to write about your software. Whether that's as simple as an email, you're sending an email to somebody saying, hey, this is what I did, or whether it's API documentation and technically writing out this is what the parameters are to this method, and this is what it expects to receive, and this is what it should return. Or whether it's a higher level document saying this is what our design is, an architecture document or a testing document. So actual writing is important.
That's great.
One other area would be like a customer meeting. So if you're meeting with a customer to figure out what do they want the software to do, and just making sure that you understand what they're doing. That's one of the qualities of a good software developer, is the ability to see things from someone else's perspective. You'll probably write software for people who are doing things that you've never done, whether it be a nurse or a real estate agent or whatever, and you've got to be able to put yourself in their shoes and see things from their perspective and learn their domain. We were building software for an oil company. I've never worked in the oil industry, and I had to learn all of their terminology and their language in order to build software for them. It's very common.
Okay guys, I know many of you signed up for the weekly live video chat that we're doing now, but last week had to be rescheduled because I had a intermittent internet connection. So we've rescheduled that chat for this coming Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you go to howtobecomezuck.com, you can sign up for that. We're only doing 10 people a week. Please subscribe, like, comment, and most importantly, share on your social networks. She'll see you then.